Hello, and welcome to Campus to Community, the Columbia Basin College News Magazine. I'm your host, Dawn Alford, CBC Assistant Director for College Relations. The downturn economy and all of its woes have affected everyone, CBC included. Surprisingly though, in the midst of budget cuts and high unemployment, there are shimmers of light beaming through this crisis. Derek Brandis, the Dean for Career and Technical Education, will join us later to discuss how CBC is helping to fill specialized skilled labor gaps. We'll also talk to student Cody Massen, who's being retrained to fill one of the many high-demand careers in the nuclear field. Now to talk about the state of the college, let's speak with CBC's President Rich Cummins. Welcome, Rich.
Hi, Dawn.
Well, Rich, in the last 3 years, CBC has been faced with 4 rounds of budget cuts. What do you see as the outlook for the upcoming year?
Actually, it's 5 rounds of budget cuts, and we're preparing for our 6th. So the governor has asked us to prepare scenarios of 5% and 10% cuts for this current year. And it's coming at a time when more people need more education to perform meaningfully in the current economy. It's estimated that about 60% of all jobs right now require some kind of education past high school, not necessarily a 4-year degree or even a 2-year degree, but some kind of education after high school. And that's what Columbia Basin College does best. And so we're being handicapped at a time when it's really important for people to be able to access school. But that said, we're in the middle of the worst recession since the 1930s, and times are just kind of rough all around. So we're absorbing our share of the bad times and doing the best that we can.
Okay, so what does this mean to our students?
Well, to our students, it means a handful of things. One is that classes are going to be a little more difficult to get, but we're open and ready for business. I want everyone to understand that clearly. It means that the lines are going to be a little bit longer, and they have to meet deadlines. In the past, it may have been okay to slip, for example, the financial aid deadline, which is in April, and still get your reward for the fall quarter. And with the huge amount of applications we're getting, it's increasingly difficult. So some students feel very frustrated that they're not getting what they would like to get from us, but it's pretty stressful for all of us. Students are also going to find that classrooms are more packed with individuals, that we're cutting classes with low numbers in them. We've been doing that for 3 years now. A variety of other kinds of ways of just becoming more and more efficient.
Right. So there are still classes available.
There are classes available. The good news is that this year we're going to serve over 8,000 people per quarter at Columbia Basin College. Some 13,000 people accessed us last year. We are still required by the state to serve the same number of students that we did before our budget cuts, and that's, as I've said, put quite a bit of strain on the college and shifted some of the burden of the cost to the students. But we're, as I say, open and ready for business.
Exactly. Well, thank you, Rich.
Thank you, Don.
CBC continues to serve our community. We encourage you to learn all that CBC has to offer by coming to our campus or visiting us on the website at columbiabasin.edu. Learn about the optimistic job outlook and how you can train for a high-demand career. We'll be right back. Do you need some good news? Well, here it is. It's estimated that there is going to be 47 million job openings by the end of 2018. Half of those jobs will require a technical associate's degree. To find out what this means to CBC, let's talk with the Dean for Career and Technical Education, Derek Brandis. Well, welcome, Derek.
Thank you, Don.
So paint us a picture. What does this mean to CBC?
It means several things for CBC. One is it's a validation of what we've been doing already, focusing on bringing in new programs that bring high-wage jobs that are in high demand and require high skills training. The second thing that it means is that we need to do a really good job of getting out in the community and explaining the statistic that you just mentioned. A lot of people over time have been in transfer pathways and haven't really been directed towards technical skill pathways. So we really need to get out there and educating the public that these are where the jobs are and we're where you can go to get the training.
All right. So how is the college meeting this challenge?
Well, we've met this challenge so far by bringing in some new programs. One example is the Nuclear Technology Program, which we have 3 options in currently, an instrumentation and control option, a radiation protection technician option, and a non-licensed operator option that's starting this fall. We're also working on a project management degree, and that is done with some money from the Department of Energy. And there'll be other options in the future as well.
And I understand that we recently are doing some training with the aerospace?
Yes, we added another apprenticeship program to CBC, and apprenticeship programs are where students are on the job and learn at the same time. So they're making a wage while they're learning, and we've added an aerospace machining program to our apprenticeships.
Great. So tell us about the other career and technical program offerings.
Currently we have a welding program, we have a manufacturing technology program, and we have an automotive technology program. Each one of those programs also have some certificates that students can earn. We have a new certificate program in solar hot water installation as we're trying to bring in more green jobs, and we're focusing on careers where the average consumer can bear the costs of these installations. So that's why we've gone with a solar hot water installation first.
All right. Well, thank you, Derek.
You're welcome.
All right. To learn more about the career and technical programs available at CBC, visit our website at columbiabasin.edu.
An Associate of Arts and Science degree from Columbia Basin College is a great foundation for students who wish to major in English, education, the arts, or communications. Today's employers seek applicants within these fields because they have good reasoning skills, and they're adaptable and can write and communicate effectively. So no matter where you go from here, you'll have the tools you need to succeed.
Cody Massen's road to CBC was not a traditional one. After earning his bachelor's degree and having worked various jobs, Cody is now training for a new career in the nuclear technology field, and his training is already beginning to pay off. Welcome, Cody.
Hey, how are you?
Good. So, Cody, I understand after you left high school, you went directly off to college. What did you do there?
I went to WSU in Pullman, and I studied speech and hearing sciences for 4 years.
Okay. And at some point, you decided this was not the field for you.
Yeah, I graduated in '09, and I was accepted to graduate school in Florida, and I didn't want to take that big of a financial burden right away, so I decided to get some work experience within the community. So I got an internship with an audiology clinic in Tri-Cities, and I worked there for about 6 months. And just during my time there, I realized this wasn't really the career field I wanted to go into, and I didn't want to go to the graduate school and get something I wasn't going to be happy with. So decided to go back to school and get a different degree.
Okay. So in between you're getting your degree, your bachelor's degree, and enrolling in CBC, what were you doing?
Well, after my internship with them ended, I decided to take a management position at a retail chain, and I worked that for about a year, trying to figure out what I wanted to do. And I definitely realized I didn't want to work retail, so I just started looking around, and I realized that I wanted to go out to Hanford. It was kind of a family thing. Everyone in my family's worked out there, so I just wanted to figure out the best way to get out there. And I thought, hey, I learned about this degree, and it sounds exactly like what I need.
All right. So now that you're in the CBC Nuclear Technology program, part of the curriculum is that you must do an internship prior to graduating.
Yep.
How has this benefited you?
Well, at Energy Northwest, that's where I'm currently working, they decided to give me an internship with the instrumentation and control group. So I'm going to be working directly with an instrumentation and control technician, doing hands-on work, pretty much where they're at. I'm going to be right next to them, learning the processes and diagnosing circuitry and plant equipment. So it's going to help me a lot.
Great. So where do you see yourself in the future? You're a second-year student?
Yep, so another year of school, and I want to stay at Energy Northwest. I really enjoy working for the company. So hopefully my internship will be able to catapult my career into a full-time position at Energy Northwest as an instrumentation and control technician. If not, I'd like to stay in the Hanford area, so either at Hanford site or Energy Northwest or any other contractors around here, either doing calibration or just instrumentation and control.
Great. So that nuclear technology program will get you right in the door, hopefully.
Oh yeah, it's going to help pad my resume and make it shine and make it stand out from everyone else. So
thank you, Cody.
Thanks, Dawn.
Right. Is a new career on the horizon for you? Visit our website for a complete listing of our programs. This concludes this month's Campus to Community. If you would like more information on the topics covered today, contact information will be available at the end of our program. Visit us on the web at columbiabasin.edu or call 547-0511. For Campus to Community, I'm Dawn Alford. Thank you for watching.